Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for December. I hope you guys are all well. I am going to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Gemini out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Remember that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. But as always, Gemini, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Gemini? Gemini. All right. Gemini, you are starting out with the Queen of Wands reversed. We have the Chariot in reverse and the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So you're going through some sort of a karmic cycle or a karmic lesson here, but don't stress because, you know, that's one of the reasons we're here. I do feel like you're in this stuck energy. Things are not moving forward. I do see you feeling a little bit disgruntled about that. You're not happy that things aren't moving forward. You could be careful that you're not becoming a little bit bitter about the situation. I feel like you're not taking any action towards somebody. You're kind of standing back, not moving forward, but you're not happy about it. You're not happy about that at all. Let's see who's in your energy. Show me who's in Gemini's energy. Show me who's in Gemini's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Seven of Cups, the Lovers in reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles reverse. So this person that's in your energy, I feel like they have options. They're not currently investing in this connection. I do see that there's been an ending here between the two of you. You're not on the same page. You know, that's what this person feels. The two of you are just not on the same page. They're feeling like the chemistry is off for some reason. And I do feel like they do have options here, but, you know, there's also a lot of confusion here in their energy. So let me see the energy between Gemini and this person. Yeah, there's a cycle. You have the World. So something closed out between the two of you, and you're not happy about this. I don't feel like you're taking any action towards them, but you're definitely unhappy about the situation, or perhaps the way it closed out. Now there is a new cycle beginning for each of you, but I don't feel like it's beginning between the two of you, according to what I'm seeing here. I also feel like this person they're in a state of confusion about something. Let me see what is affecting this connection. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Somebody's receiving some karmic justice. I do feel like it's a lot of stuck energy on your side, Gemini. Things just not moving forward. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuck energy that's here. And it is related somehow to this ending. There's karmic justice that is taking place. Negative karma is taking place. And I do feel like it's related to this ending. So let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome at the end of the week for Gemini. The Page of Cups. You've got somebody new coming in your energy. Yeah, you may be, some of you may want to reach out to this person, or you're hoping they'll reach out to you. If so, I feel like you would want them to apologize for something, but this indicates somebody new coming into your energy. Because whatever this person is not really investing in the connection. So I feel like the two of you aren't on the same page, and I feel like what's ending for you is all this unhappiness and stagnant energy, but it looks like it's coming about, Gemini, because of someone new. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands in the reverse. That's underlying energy, and that does indicate that something you've been waiting for is coming through. So let's clarify, because that basically indicates that the wait is over. Show me why the Queen of Wands is in reverse. You could be dealing with another Gemini. Let me see if I see any others. Scorpio, perhaps. All right, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you kind of view this person as a player. Like they rushed in, they got what they wanted, and then they rushed out just as quick. So I feel like right now you're trying to find balance in your life. You're trying to weigh up the pros and cons on how to go about moving forward, how to close things out. I do feel like some of you would like to talk to this person, but you're not going to put the effort into it. You're hoping that they come to you, but I don't see you putting the effort into it. If you were dealing with somebody that was either off and on, or they perhaps were a player, you could be a little angry, a little upset about that. You could be kind of carrying a grudge. This person could have tried to basically, how do I word this? They could have tried to juggle you with someone else, okay? All right, so why is the Chariot in reverse for Gemini? Why is the Chariot in reverse for Gemini? All right, so we have Judgment and the Page of Swords. You could be like checking up on their social media. If you live near them, you could be driving past them. I do feel like you have this energy of wanting to know what's going on with them, because that part of you that's still attracted to them would like to, you know, see if they were open to a reconciliation. But at the same time, I feel like you're trying to make, you know, more balanced and, you know, decisions. I feel like you're trying to use good judgment here. So I don't feel like you're moving towards them. I feel like as far as action, you're holding back, but you could be doing some like checking up, looking at them, maybe even talking to mutual friends if you have mutual friends. And there's also this, it's almost like this hope that if this person did you wrong, if they were being a player, it's almost this hope that they do get karmic justice, that, you know, for what they've done. Why is the Ten of Cups in reverse? There it is again. You have the Chariot in reverse and the Nine of Wands. You don't trust this person. I feel like there was a lot of unhappiness here, Gemini. I feel like there was a lot of unhappiness, and I feel like there's just no trust. There was so many problems, and you're tired. You're exhausted. You're showing up here with the Wounded Warrior and feeling very unhappy because there's been a lack of progress in the situation. So let's look at their energy. What is the Seven of Cups here for the person in Gemini's energy? Oh, the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. So this person, they're focused on you, but they're wanting you to take action is what it amounts to. Yeah, they want you to be the one to take the action. This is somebody who is showing up as, you know, working very hard. They're showing up as single, very attractive, charismatic. This is somebody that people do enjoy being around, and they definitely have a lot of options here. They basically want you to approach them, to come towards them. You could be dealing with a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Let me see why the Lovers is in reverse. So this person feels like you're at fault. You're the one to blame for this stuck energy. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. All right, and that's interesting. And the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so this person's been dwelling on it. They could have tried to bring you in as a third party in some manner here. They're definitely attracted to you. There's this energy of desiring you, but they want you to come to them. They don't want to be the one to take action. And they're literally sitting over here, Gemini, and they're saying, you know, I don't know why Gemini's mad at me. Gemini, you know, could call me. Gemini could come by and see me. It's this energy of basically projecting it onto you, but they feel justified in doing that. They feel very justified in it. So the situation's not budging. It's not moving forward. It's almost a stalemate here between the two of you. So Yeah, this person is projecting. I can see that. They're projecting a lot onto you. They're expecting you to make all the moves. Yeah. All right. So, and their options that they have. So this person has options, but their options may not have been as plentiful as they thought they were going to be. So I do feel that. I feel like this person, when this connection ended, they thought that they were going to have all these people buzzing around them, and that hasn't happened. That hasn't happened yet. So, but they feel like you're at fault. You're the problem, and that, you know, they're in this justified energy. Like they're all good, and that you should be coming towards them, likely with an apology. Now, I'm not saying that that's the way it is. That definitely isn't how you see it. Let me see. But the two of you are not on the same page. All right, so we have the Two of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so this person's not currently investing in the situation. Again, they feel like it's you that should approach them, and they feel like you're going to. This person is, it's like they're saying, you know what, I don't know what got up with Gemini. Gemini, you know, needs to come to me. Gemini needs to call me. It's on them. Whatever happened here, it happened because of Gemini. So they're eventually going to come. It's almost like this person feels like eventually you're going to come back towards them. So, and it might have been that you did at some point. This was on and off, and that at some point you just said, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not chasing after this person, and you dug in your heels. So I do feel like they do want love, but they want you to come to them. I don't feel like this is a really healthy person, if I'm being honest. Why is the World here? They could have recently found someone else, and now they're trying to move forward. Why is the World here? All right, we have the Fool and the Tower. Oh, interesting. So if you found somebody new, and for some of you, you may have, or if you've got some sort of new beginning, because I'm showing you as taking a risk, a new beginning, closing this out, and moving towards a new beginning here. Something you're excited about, or you want to. Now, it could be you want a new beginning with this person, but you're not going to take the action to do it. But regardless, this closure between the two of you, things closing out, has caused a Tower moment for this person, because they are still very attracted to you. So they were confused about why things needed to end, how things ended, and why you're not reaching out. And the fact that you're not reaching out is causing a Tower moment for them. But you've got a new beginning here. Let me see. And I wonder if that's this Page of Cups. Let me see why this Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. Seven of Swords. Actually, let's put it this way. And then the Ten of Cups. So here your Ten of Cups is in the reverse. Whatever this situation was, Gemini, it's gone on for quite some time. It's been very stagnant. Things have not been moving forward. What's happening is you're closing out this cycle. You're taking a risk. It could be towards a new person, or it could just be a new start for you. But it's going to bring happiness. You've been looking for this for a long time. You've been looking for happiness. You've been trying to make better judgment calls here. You've been trying to reverse this stuck energy. Well, you're taking a risk, and it's going to bring the happiness that you're looking for. And you're looking at that and you're saying, well, you know what? This person I was involved with, they were deceptive. Seven of Swords. They were really deceptive. Now they're trying to project everything off onto me. They're trying to blame me. They're trying to say, you know, that it was all my fault. So the karmic justice that's coming through is that this person thought they were going to have all these options, and they don't. They don't. There is deception still in their energy, but they're presenting themselves as being very honest, and they're basically saying that it's you. You're not being honest. They're saying that you are deceptive. You're the person who's deceptive. Now, this new person could be a Pisces. I definitely feel like you have something new that is either beginning or trying to start. And it's what's going to change all this stuck energy, but it's going to change it for you, but it's causing a tower moment for them because they're not being accountable. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome for Gemini. Aries energy. All right, we have the Two of Wands. We have the Emperor. This new person could be an Aries. And then we have the Five of Cups. Very interesting. Very interesting. So you're taking charge of your life. And that's, when you take charge of your life here, Gemini, you slip into that, nobody's coming to save me. This person keeps, blaming me for all the problems. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take charge of my life. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to, get myself back out there. There's a new beginning that you've been thinking about for quite some time. It could be somebody new that you're talking to, but it's giving you this desire to end this cycle because you're exhausted from this. This has been off and on. You could be dealing with a player. You're definitely dealing with somebody that's deceptive. And there's been a lot of stuck energy. So you're taking the initiative to jumpstart your life. Yeah, because you're tired of being unhappy. And here's the good news, is that Gemini, when you choose to go in another direction, when you choose to jumpstart your life and take charge of it, that's when this new person comes in. And I do see you at a crossroads in your life. I see you moving towards somebody new here. The person in your energy, they've been sitting back just so sure that you were going to come and chase them down. So sure that if they just waited long enough that, you were going to contact them. You were going to come to them. In the end, they're going to wind up feeling left out in the cold. They're going to wind up feeling abandoned, feeling rejected. That's the karmic justice that's here. Because they weren't putting effort into this. They weren't investing in this connection. Now, they will slowly move towards someone else, it looks like. But I feel like at that point, you're not even going to care, Gemini, because you're making plans here. You're jump-starting your life. You're getting out of all this stagnant energy. You're just tired of it, and you don't trust this person anymore. So I feel like you're the one who's bringing about this closure. You're closing off this cycle, and this person is going to be shocked. They're going to be shocked because they kept thinking you were going to come back. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups in the reverse. That is underlying energy, and it does indicate to me that you just don't want this person anymore. This is not your wish fulfillment. You're done here. And your wait is over because something that you've been wanting to move towards and to have this happiness and more movement in your life, it is coming your way with this Page of Cups. So it's going to be a shocker to this person. I feel like it's going to cause that tower moment for them. So I feel like they're not going to believe that you actually have closed out this cycle and you're moving on. Pulling for Gemini. All right, so you have communicating freely. It says, I communicate from the depths of my being. So let me read that for you. Give me a second. All right, so the card meaning is allow the truth of your soul to be felt and heard. It's an act of power to speak freely and easily. Be willing to stand tall and address people from the center of your being. Know that you can heal yourself and others through communication. This is not the time to step back. Rather, it is a time to step forward and to share from your heart. And then what the universe wants you to know, it says, you are a natural teacher and you have the ability to empower and enrich the lives of others through your words. Step into your role as a teacher and leader. Additionally, if there is something that you've held back, now is your opportunity to bring this truth to the light of day. Communication can restore trust and mend lifelong wounds. Take a risk, speak from your soul with clarity and authenticity, even if it's not easy to do so. If there is any unspoken darkness that lies heavily on you, now is the time to unburden yourself. If there is someone you love whom you haven't told, share your feelings. Communication can heal, free, and transform your life. And some questions you might want to ask yourself. Is there anyone I need to communicate with? Is there some type of communication that I've been withholding? And the last one is, what might I need to do to step into my role as a teacher and a leader? All right, so communication is going to be very important for you. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Gemini. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype it if you have the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Gemini, know that you are loved, and namaste.